Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am once again here doing something that I tell you guys all the time I don't like doing, but I do occasionally do anyway. And that is talk about something I bought that is literally brand new. This light here, this guy, is a Honeywell 5000 lumen dual head light with tripod, model number WK015001S200. And the reason we're going to make a special case to talk about this thing today is because I may not get a better time to do it. And you guys will see why here in just a second. Plus, we had some other special circumstances with this thing. Before we get into all that, let me give you just kind of a basic rundown of some of the dimensions of the thing. To the top of the headlamps there is 64 inches. Between each tripod foot is about 32 inches. And the width of that head is right at about 24 inches. So you got about 2 feet by about, I guess, 5.5 feet by, it's a circle. That thing's just about 3 feet. So that's about the size of what you're working with. And the thing weighs less than 20 pounds pretty comfortably. And I've got a couple of gripes with it. Not many, I like it. But the first being that right now it's all the way extended and it's difficult to point at stuff and show you that when it's extended, but there's a reason we're doing that. The thing is just awfully wobbly when it's all at max height. All the joints and everything that telescope that up and down are all tight, and that's just kind of what you get. Bumped into it plenty of times. It doesn't fall over or fall apart or anything like that, but it doesn't give you just an immense impression of quality when something does that. However, the thing was also $20. 20 bucks, 5000 lumen. It's hard to go wrong. One thing that's cool about it, I'll show you right now, is that this thing would normally have a handle on it right here to carry it around with, which I intentionally did not install, and you'll find out why in a minute. But it's got this little button. You just push the button and you can just take the lights right off the tripod. So then these guys become mobile and you can take them wherever you want to go. Nice and lightweight, portable, pretty cool. Put them back on, there's a dowel you have to line, and you just snap them back in. Pretty cool. And I've shrunk it down in size so it's a little easier for us to talk about. The other thing I don't like about this thing, and that could cause people grief when they get it out of the box, is that rivet right there sticks out proud enough that when you get these things, when they put these collars on, they smash them past that rivet. So you go to extend this thing and you can't get this collar down. You just have to be a beast about it and just yank that collar off of the rivet. But otherwise, that pretty much covers all the bad with the things that I don't like. And for the price, it really is hard to complain. And the reason I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys all about this thing now and not wait several months or years to talk about this is because I've already had a warranty interaction with this company. And these are the Honeywell lights that are carried at Sam's Club. And if you guys saw my Goofy Crap and the Harbor Freight catalog video, I suggested to look at those Honeywell individual portable lights, and I actually did go ahead and buy 4 of those for myself, and they're great. And I mentioned in that video, hey, why would you go to Harbor Freight and pay more when you can get these other ones for less, and they have a 5-year warranty and all that stuff. And that video got, in terms of my channel, like massive thumbs down. And I went back and rewatched it, and I did state a couple of inaccuracies, but nothing that was so bad that the point wasn't still true. But since I have had a warranty interaction with this company now, and it went completely smooth, I feel okay about talking about this. And that warranty interaction was the nut and bolt to hold those tripod legs on right there. That's an eye-lock nut. That's a regular bolt. It's probably like an M6 bolt or something like that. And there's specialized little rubber washers in there that add friction to this whole assembly. The one I bought looked like I probably got it as an open box. And I was missing that eye-lock nut, and I was missing one of the washers. And sure enough, it would have been easy enough to go down to the hardware store or whatever and spend 40 cents to buy that crap. But I am making it my business to review stuff that guys use in the shop on YouTube, so why not contact the company and say, hey, you didn't include this hardware you should have, or it fell out of the box or whatever, and you need to send me some replacements. Plus, when you buy something like this, especially when you're buying it mail order, you very purposefully do not want to go out and buy it. You want it to show up to you, you want it to be trouble-free, and you want to move on with your life. So it is their responsibility to take care of that anyway. So as an experiment, decided to hit their warranty up, test out that 5-year warranty and see what was up, and see what our response was. And you can see in the meantime, I just took the bolt out all together and just slapped a zip tie in there, and it's worked fine. I've used these lights to shoot like 4 or 5 videos by now. A couple of them you've seen, a couple of them you haven't yet, and no problems with my zip tie repair, but either way, that's not the way we want to fly. And so began the process of calling these guys up and getting the support we needed. Sam's Club on their webpage, I think, provides an 800 number to call these guys, and I don't know about you, but I got no interest whatsoever about spending my precious free time on hold waiting for somebody to pick up the phone, probably in a third world country, and I just didn't want to screw with that. So I just got on the internet and Googled up, Honeywell work lights or Honeywell shop lights, Honeywell LED lights, tried all those variations, and could not find these things actually listed on the Honeywell webpage. So that means pretty much what I thought is happening, is that's just a branding deal that Honeywell has worked out with somebody else, and this stuff's all made in China anyway. And it's not actually their product, it's someone else's, and they're just approving them to brand it Honeywell. But I emailed, customer service at Honeywell anyway and said, hey, I've got this light I bought at Sam's Club, it's model number blah, 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 and I need some warranty support. Can you help me with that? And told them I needed the nut and bolt and all that stuff. And Honeywell contacted me back within about a day and said, those aren't our product. You need to contact the manufacturer at, customer service at idctexas.com. Like, well, okay, I'll do that. Emailed those guys, repeated my question, said, hey, I was told by Honeywell you make these, I've got this problem, can you help me out? And they responded pretty much right away and said, well, we don't actually have individual pieces of these here because these aren't made in the US. There's no factory building these in the United States. We don't stock the pieces. The best we can do is send you a whole new tripod. I said, okay, fine, go ahead and do that. And about 5 days later, it appeared. And there's no problems with the new one at all. They sent it in the packaging that an entire light assembly would come in, which made me think maybe they just sent me an entire extra light, which would have been cool. Because, as you guys are going to find out, the whole reason I needed to do this right now and talk about this now is because I'm actually going to dismount those lights off of this tripod and never use them again that way. They're actually going to go become shop lighting in a different way. They won't be mobile anymore. They'll basically be screwed to the wall. It was completely painless in the long run to get them to send me another one of those, and while they were at it, they went ahead and registered my 5-year warranty, not just on these lights, but on the same order I had 2 of the individual lights, and we're good to go. Absolutely no problems whatsoever, and they just sent it right along. I don't know why people had a beef with that Harbor Freight video. Of course, nobody commented, they just thumbed down. But if it was because they expected to get good customer service from harborfreight.com, because that's never going to happen. I have tried, other guys have tried. Getting customer service through Harbor Freight's web interface sucks. The only way to get service from them at all is to show up in the store. And then if you buy something online, it's always super sketchy. And I'll be fair here and say the same is probably true with Sam's Club. If I would have shown up to the store to return these, because these are an online-only item, they probably wouldn't have been able to help me either. But all through email and everything else, in the course of about a week, I had a problem with this light. They took care of it in a prompt fashion without giving me a whole bunch of crap, and I'm very happy with that. And I'm very happy with the performance of these $20 lights so far. In fact, my single largest regret right now is that these are sold out on Sam's website because the $20 price was actually a sale price. Normally they're $30, and I would buy another one of these because I've enjoyed having it around the shop to move it around for video lighting, and if they ever come back into stock, I will buy another one of them. So there's our now properly fully reassembled new light with all of its correct pieces, no zip ties, nothing else. No real problems, just a few emails and everything's taken care of. And that customer service experience is exactly why I don't have any hesitation telling any of you guys out there that if you're interested in these, go ahead and get them. That if for nothing else, I can pretty comfortably say that you're not going to have any problems that the warranty won't take care of for the next 5 years, because I had 0 issues getting them to handle this. The only problem I could see is just the stuff that happens with all stuff that's imported. Is the importer of these could go out of business and the email address goes dead and everything else, and you never hear anything about it again, then you're just stuck. And I hate to tell you, you're going to get the same thing from Harbor Freight or Home Depot or anywhere else. It's just the way of the world these days. I did do some additional research though, and IDC Texas is actually looks like a warehouse distribution center for Westinghouse. So these are made in China under whatever parent owns Westinghouse these days. So this isn't just Hongyang manufacturing with Honeywell stamped on it. This actually has another large brand also behind it. So I'm not too terribly concerned that Westinghouse is Chinese manufacturing or that their warranty support is going to evaporate in the next 5 years. I'm pretty comfortable with it. So anyway guys, for the price, you absolutely can't argue with these. Honestly, if these things were $50, I would probably still say it's a really good light. It's difficult to show you on video the performance of a light, but what I will say is that the toolbox review I did, so the thoughts on Harbor Freight 5-drawer toolbox, was lit primarily by this guy. I'm going to have a Ryobi 18-volt miter saw video coming out that's been primarily lit by that guy. And those lights themselves are going to get hung up in the shop, and we're going to be using them as regular old shop lighting out here into the foreseeable future. So you'll be able to get updates and feedback and stuff like that as time goes on as far as durability and performance. But I really don't have any complaints. You know, stuff happens as far as it missing pieces. The company took care of it nicely, smoothly, easily. I have faith that if I have future problems, the warranty is going to work out. And that's all man can ask for. So as always, guys, I'm glad you stopped in. Hope you liked the video. We'll catch you on the next one. I'm Max, that's Saddington Bear, and we make videos like this all the time. Here are a couple links to some other videos we've made, and we really appreciate you guys stopping in.